Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How's your week going? This is just a little lifestyle kitchen. So we're just going to make something very, very fast, simple, nutritious. I told you, Muslim fasting is coming, so we need to start getting prepared. At least by the end of this month, you should have your menu. As in, you'll be like, we are feeding just a little lifestyle kitchen. Don't forget, on this platform, we're talking about nutrients and not food. A lot of you eat, but a lot of you are not consuming nutrients. And I have a policy: give your body what it needs than you feeding yourself what you want. So today we're just going to include some superfoods into our regular Nigerian custard. So this recipe, you can use it with either custard or ogi. You will still get same benefits. My bunny loves custard, so I'll rather just give that to him. All right, quickly. So we're going to start our recipe by getting some of our ingredients ready. And then today I'm going to be using Pear, English pear, which is very, 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 very common everywhere. There's nowhere you go to that you wouldn't find your English pear. Please endeavor to wash it clean first, and then we're going to give it a dicey cut. Not too big, just give it a dice. So half of it should give you the quantity of what you need for the day. So I'm just going to wrap this up in my foil, and then I'll keep it, and then I have this set aside. So I'm going to set this aside, and then we'll go ahead and use our beetroot. So what I'm going to use next is called what we call beetroot. Everybody knows beetroot, but if you don't know beetroot, trust me, beetroot is one of the foods that we don't only call them superfood, we call it the high antioxidant nutrient in your food. And then you see that it has this color. So this color are what we call the anthocyanins. Anthocyanins are very, very good for your child, for your health. You can use it anytime. So basically, when you're doing this, there are two ways. You can puree it, blend it, but I am just going to grate it because what I need is not much. And trust me, this my blender will suffer. It's always like a natural dye. So once you use it, trust me, what will happen here take. So this little quantity that I need is what I'm going to take, and then I'm just hoping I'll be able to get just a teaspoon measurement from it. That's why I have it. Please, when you're using beetroot leaves, in as much as it's good, God is so wonderful that every nutrient that God created, food, seed, grains, they're highly beneficial. You see, I'm just going to use 1 teaspoon. So that's why I said I was hopeful I'll get my 1 teaspoon. So I'm just going to scoop my 1 teaspoon. So what I'm going to do now is I'll help you place the benefit of all these things, attaching it to the video, so that even when you don't remember that she said this, you can always go back and then, check the post. All right, so the next thing we're going to do right now, I'm just going to place this on it to clean it up so that we don't waste much time. Here we are. And then I'm going to take 1 heap spoon of custard. I don't know who else is joining me to enjoy this, but let's make it 2. Some people are already, I've never tasted custard my whole life. You can imagine, I have never tasted custard my whole life. So I'm just going to make 2 spoons. Now, if you're doing, I have my coconut here. I have this dry shredded coconut here. If you don't have this, everybody knows where they sell this in any supermarket. You can get this, and then you can use it as well. So I'm going to add little water, and then let me go ahead and quickly boil my water. I'm going to quickly go ahead and boil my water, and then see that it's starch. Custard is basically starch, and then it has some, so you see, it will give me that resistance. See it, you see. So definitely at that point, you know that you need little more water. It needs more water. So stir it in. You can imagine some people, in as much as they tell you that they can cook, they can't even make starch. Please endeavor to subscribe, share this post to somebody. Let somebody also understand that there is a difference between eating food and eating nutrients. We've gotten to the age where global warming is affecting us seriously, and we have to give our health this important, I don't know how else to put it, just give it that serious attention that you need. If you live a healthy lifestyle, Trust me, you don't even need drugs. A lot of you say, oh, I'm using drugs. So quickly, let me talk about this. I'm sure of you know where they sell cake ingredients. You've seen raisins. Please, when you're pregnant, always have this in your bag. From your first trimester to your third trimester, it's very, very good in iron. And those of you that are always working in offices, that you like to snack on stuff, before you know, you start to suffer lethargy, you get tired, you get weak because you're in one position, you're looking at the computer, you're looking at the system. Always have raisins. They're very, very good for your iron level, and they're also very, very good when you suffer constipation. And those of you that are always prone to cold, Harmattan is out now. This raisin is very, very important. Get it from a supermarket, and then always go around with your nuts. Nuts and seeds are extremely important. So I have my hot water boiled now, and I'm just going to pour it in the custard, and let's get that thick consistency that we want. Yes, as you get here. And then once we've gotten it right, immediately I'm going to add my beetroot. Yes, I'm going to add my beetroot. See the game changer. See the game changer. So, you know, I told you here we do everything out of the regular. Out of the regular. So your beetroot has gone in there. Do we need to cover it up to simmer, to steam for just a second or two? Nah. Your water is already piping hot. Gelatinization has occurred. And then your food is thick, and at this point we're just going to go in. Trust me, if you don't want to use milk, some people don't use milk, but trust me, proteins are very, very good for you. Some people say they are allergic to this and that, and then they don't take milk. There's almond milk, there's soy milk, there's rice milk, there's goat milk, there's cow milk, whichever one you want. And at this point, I'm going to put in my coconut. I'm going to add my raisins. I'm going to add my milk. I'm going to add my milk. I'm going to add some water. So this raisins is also acting as a sweetener. Anywhere you put this beetroot today, go receive color. Anywhere this beetroot touch today, go receive color. So I'm going to stir all of it together. I'm going to stir all of it together. If you want to add sugar, you add your sugar. That's up to you. I already put my raisins. My raisins are going to act as the natural sugar. And then at this point, can we move a little bit, please? Thank you. And let me have this one only. And then this, at this point, we're ready to serve. Always wash your hands. Always clean your utensils. Understand that it is very, very, very important for you to do this always. So look at this. How are you going to present this to somebody and they will say you didn't bring something correct? You didn't bring something that is correct. Show possible, sha. Hey Joe, show cuts here, possible, sha. I always tell you, I no get videographer or the photographer, but trust me. Can you see how beautiful this looks? Can you just see how beautiful it looks? Okay, so at this point, I'm going to have to put my nuts. I'm also going to be using some cashew nuts. I'm going to put some cashew nuts here. I'm going to put some cashew nuts here. I'm going to put my apples. I told you this is not your regular YouTube channels that they just do a lot of copying. We're talking about nutrition here. And like I always tell people, if in case you don't know, Just Adeto is not just an activist. Activism is part of me. Being a gospel artist is part of me. My major is being a nutrition expert. I'm a specialist in pediatric nutrition, child nutrition, gastroenterology, nutrition, football. Super knowledge, super certified with a first class in breastfeeding and lactation. And then I'm a NHC member, world recognized, Australian Academia, United Kingdom Academia, specialists in nutrition and health wellness coach. And at this point, Kilo Day, what happened? Who did we offend? How? It's about to go down. See, you know what I like? I like tormenting. Let's just give it this dash look. I like this. I love this. Guess what it is? Thank you all. Please subscribe and tell somebody to subscribe. This is a combo of nutrient that you would never find anywhere, only curated by just Adito herself.